Well, 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 grab your teacups, my darlings, because Prince William is apparently gearing up to become king with the grace of a bulldozer and the charm of a soggy cucumber sandwich. According to the royal PR spin cycle this week, the Prince of Pegging, I meant the Prince of Wales, is sharpening his no-nonsense sword and is ready to not indulge those pesky Sussexes when he ascends the throne. Because nothing screams future of the monarchy like an adult man still incandescent with rage over a gift basket from Meghan Markle. Yes, folks, buckle up. William's camp is back in the headlines, leaking tantrums like a toddler denied a second pudding. This time, they're clutching their pearls because Meghan, wait for it, signed a notecard HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. Cue dramatic music, let's break it all down. The year was 2018. Meghan Markle, newly minted Duchess of Sussex, was already sending shockwaves through the hallowed halls of Buckingham Palace. She was a breath of fresh air, some whispered. A hurricane in heels, others muttered. Then came the gift basket incident. A seemingly innocuous gesture, a welcome present for her new staff, became a media firestorm. The reason? Meghan, in her Californian exuberance, had penned a note signed simply HRH. The horror, the audacity, how dare an American actress, barely a duchess for 5 minutes, wield the initials of Her Royal Highness with such casual abandon. The British tabloids, never ones to let a good scandal simmer, went into overdrive. Meghan, the headlines screamed, was power-hungry, disrespectful and determined to upend centuries of tradition. The palace walls, it seemed, had ears, and they were gossiping like schoolgirls. The backlash was swift and merciless. Sources close to William, those ever-reliable friends and courtiers who spoke on the condition of anonymity, let it be known that the future king was unimpressed with Meghan's faux pas. The incident, they claimed, was indicative of a larger pattern of behaviour. Meghan, they alleged, was difficult and demanding. She refused to play by the royal rulebook, challenging protocol and questioning tradition at every turn. The British press, ever eager to appease the powers that be, amplified these whispers into a deafening roar. Every misstep, real or imagined, was dissected and amplified. Meghan's every move, every outfit, every facial expression was scrutinized for signs of disrespect or ambition. The message was clear. Know your place, American. This is our monarchy, not your Hollywood fairy tale. Section 4. A brother's shadow, estranged by duty and destiny. William, meanwhile, watched the drama unfold with a stoicism that bordered on coldness. His demeanour was often misinterpreted as indifference, but those who knew him well understood the depth of his internal struggle. He was, after all, raised on a steady diet of duty and decorum. From a young age he was groomed to be the future king, a role that demanded unwavering commitment and a sense of sacrifice. He understood the weight of the crown, the burden of legacy, the importance of maintaining a stiff upper lip, even when the world seemed determined to knock you down. The expectations placed upon him were immense, and he bore them with a quiet dignity. But beneath the carefully cultivated composure, whispers of resentment began to surface. The pressure of his responsibilities often left him feeling isolated, and the growing distance from his brother only added to his sense of loneliness. The press, fueled by anonymous sources within the palace, painted a picture of a brother increasingly estranged from his younger sibling. Headlines screamed of a royal feud, and the public lapped up every detail. William, they claimed, felt that Harry had been blinded by love, seduced by Meghan's Hollywood glamour and her disregard for royal protocol. He saw Harry's actions as a betrayal of the values they had been raised with. He worried, they said, that Harry was making a grave mistake, one that could have lasting consequences for the monarchy. The decisions Harry was making seemed reckless to William, who feared for the stability of the institution they both represented. The rumour mill churned, churning out tales of tense family gatherings, icy stares exchanged across banquet tables, and a growing rift between two brothers once inseparable. The once unbreakable bond between them now seemed fragile, strained by the weight of their divergent paths. Section 5, From Sandringham to Freedom, a timeline of fracture. The tension reached a fever pitch in January 2020. The media was abuzz with speculation, and the public was on edge, waiting for the next development in this unfolding drama. The Sandringham Summit, a hastily arranged meeting between the Queen, Prince Charles, Prince William and Prince Harry, was convened to address the growing crisis. This unprecedented gathering was a clear indication of the gravity of the situation. The Sussexes, weary of the relentless scrutiny and the perceived lack of support from the royal family, had dropped a bombshell. They wanted out. Their decision to step back from royal duties sent shockwaves through the institution and the nation. The negotiations were, by all accounts, tense. The family was grappling with the implications of this unprecedented move, trying to find a way forward that would be acceptable to all parties involved. The Queen, ever the pragmatist, sought a solution that would salvage the monarchy's reputation while granting her grandson and his family a measure of independence. She was determined to find a compromise that would allow the Sussexes to pursue their own path without completely severing ties with the royal family. William, however, was reportedly furious. He felt that Harry's decision was a betrayal of their shared responsibilities and commitments. He felt betrayed by Harry's decision, blindsided by his announcement. The bond between the brothers, once unbreakable, was now strained to the breaking point. The brothers, once so close, were now separated by an ocean and a chasm of hurt feelings. Their relationship, once a source of strength for both, had become a casualty of the unfolding events. The Sussexes, stripped of their HRH titles and their royal patronages, embarked on a new life in California, determined to forge their own path. They were resolute in their decision to build a future on their own terms, away from the constraints of royal life. The monarchy, reeling from the loss of its golden couple, was left to pick up the pieces. The departure of Harry and Meghan marked a significant shift in the royal landscape, leaving the remaining members to navigate the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead. So if William wants to play no-nonsense king, maybe he should start with the nonsense inside his own palaces, the racism, the smearing, the laziness, and the obsession with Harry and Meghan's every move. Until then, let's keep calling it like it is. Adrian, and this has been Meghan and Harry Tales. Like, comment and subscribe for more truth and less tantrum. And to the royals hiding behind anonymous sources, we see you and we're not buying it.